Hey, and welcome back to the Help Mum and Dad podcast with me, Fuzz, and
me, Becky.
We are a couple that are trying to start a family, and we have been trying for a while, and after some investigations, and we've realised that we need IVF treatment to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And this podcast is all about infertility, our IVF journey, and just hanging out in the IVF community, talking about stuff for those of you out there who are in the same boat. No matter what stage of the journey that you're at, whether or not you're right at the beginning or at the end, we're here talking about IVF stuff because it can be pretty daunting, and you know, some people want to share a lot and talk about it and stuff, and some people don't want to talk about it but are still going through it. So we're here for you to listen to, and you can, you know, talk to us, send us messages, both anonymously and non-anonymously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we are on episode number
32. Yeah.
And yeah, we'll just kick off the episode. Actually, I was going to say we should kick off the episode with this week's whispers, but I think we need to I've just sprung that on you.
Yeah, there are no whispers because it's lockdown.
I'm sure there'll be whispers somewhere. So my general life stuff, I guess. My sleeping has always been really, really bad, which I'm kind of interested in from an IVF point of view as well, because I'm starting to research things now and find out how important sleep is. It really is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I don't sleep much, and I don't sleep at the right times, and it's all good, but
it's a bit of an in-joke in my family, in our family, that you're a vampire.
Like you, yeah. So I've been
nocturnal boy.
Yeah, you know, I've been working on things and doing editing. My job involves a lot of like actually shooting stuff, like video and photography, and then also a lot of like learning and a lot of editing and a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be done on time. And with the bad weather as well, I've kind of
but also needs to be done without distractions, and I think that's why you tend to do a lot of your work in the day, because in the night, because there's no one around. Like, there's no distractions. The dog's walked.
You're not singing,
we're in bed.
Beyonce, jumping up on tables. Like,
yeah.
Nah, I don't know. I think some people are just more adapt. Like, people, it's not weird if you're a night person. It's not. It's just like some people are wired that way. Anyway, I've been trying to roll back and, you know, get back on track with like a bit of a better schedule. And I'm weird. I got to be like really early. I'm really early and I'm fine. Or I'm really late. The normal like humdrum 9 to 5, like just general, like what everyone else does, I find super annoying and super hard.
And when Fuzz says really early, he means really early. Because
like 5 or 6.
I'm an early bird. Like, I normally set my alarm when I'm on site at work between 6 and...
He's a builder, by the way.
No, when I'm between 6 and half 6, so I can walk the dog and get ready before I go in. I only live around the corner, so I don't really need to get up that early, but I'm a morning person. But when you are Captain Early Bird, as you're cutely known, it's unreal. Like, you wake me up before my alarm, often at like 4 at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's never very fun at the beginning.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like basically, if I can wake up at like 5:30 or 6, right, and get up, and when pre-COVID times, obviously we're in the middle of COVID at the moment, but if I can wake up and just jump in a pool and swim, then I'm sorted. I'm like, I get a little bit of a dip, like come maybe 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, I get a little bit of a lull. But if I could just plow through that, then eat early or whatever, then fall asleep, you know, I eat less naughty food, drink less beers, but when I wake up late, all of that goes out the window. Yeah. And it's just a nightmare. So anyway, team early bird at the moment. And I'm really sort of struggling a little bit at the moment, but I've got to like plan everything. If I need to go to bed early, I need to get organized, everything done like way early. Like now it's like 6:30, and other people probably like cooking their tea or doing whatever. Like, if we did have to film the podcast, then I would be like, right,
Let's wind down
now. Yeah, and then no matter what. So say I think,
you keep saying tea and you're making me hungry.
10 o'clock bedtime. I need to aim for 8 o'clock because by the time all the other by the ways and ifs and buts and that work themselves out, it's like 11. But anyway, so yeah, that's going well. I'm got a good feeling about it, I think.
Yeah.
I need to just keep going with the schedule, listening to the Andrew Huberman podcast called Huberman Labs on YouTube, Spotify, all over the place.
That was a good advert.
No, he's great. Stanford professor. Really interesting how you can like control like your temperature and like the times that you eat and all these like little things to kind of help sort your sleep out, which is like the number one thing you need to do to have a good life, pretty much, from what he's saying. Like, sleep is really important.
Yeah.
But don't stress about it if your sleep's not where you want it to be at the moment, because that just makes
stressing about it makes it worse. Sleep anxiety,
yeah, it's not good. So that's my early bird. We've just been to see huge fans of the podcast. Absolute, like, if we had like tiers of fans, then these guys would be the premier section of that.
In the VIP section.
Yeah. Lou and Matt.
Yeah, because they're lifting restrictions now, so you're allowed to meet people outside of your house. Like, is it 1 or 2 people, or a maximum of 2 households, or 2 people? Anyway, it's 1 household. So we got to go and see Lou, Matt, and Small Boy in real life.
Socially distanced, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun, and yeah, like we said, they are our number 1 fans. Hi. They'll be watching this soon. Yeah, and that was lovely.
And Small Boy is coming along.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Wrecking his brand new Vans and pedals.
Yeah, he's so cool. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's setting the tone already. It's like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm a skater. I wear Vans, but I'll fuck them up if I want to.
Yeah.
Puddle hunting.
He's funny.
Very cute. Yeah, and we had an appointment this morning, a video consultation, COVID times.
So
with our consultant,
slowly but surely, like on the bus, as your mum put it. And talking about your mum as well, we had a little. It's not a whisper, but we checked in with Sheila Beans, and she's okay.
She's good. Yeah,
she's good. Oh, Sheila's probably in that premiere section of the fans as well.
Oh, you just remembered. Yeah. Hi, Mum.
But yeah, it's really annoying, like, because we're still in lockdown and blah, blah, whatever, but like we live away from Becky's family, and I've lived, like most people with family and stuff, they think, oh, the in-laws, oh, it's a pain, and but I love going to see parents. Like, so we're both kind of just missing them loads, aren't we?
Yeah.
And want to just be able to, because we normally go up
once a month.
Once a month, maybe.
Once every 6 weeks.
I said that we could go up more often, and I would try and plan things and have the car ready, so Friday night when you finish work we can get up there and stuff. And but yeah, it's just a bit rubbish, really. We just want to go and hang out with them.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky that your mum and dad live close, so we've been able to go and see them at their houses, like on the doorsteps, on our dog walks and stuff, because they're so close, and that's lovely. But yeah, I miss seeing my mum and dad in real life.
I lived with them for years. Like, when me and Becky met, we met in South Korea, and it was like a weird kind of like not perfect time for either of us, and I was like, I don't want us to not carry this on because of like just a weird, I'm finishing a job and I don't, and we met in South Korea in a different country. And a long story short, I ended up just, when I did finish my job, coming back and like moving in, it's weird. I don't even think about that as being
Were you
weird.
nervous?
No.
You weren't nervous about coming and living in some stranger's house?
They weren't strangers though. I spoke to them a bunch.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like that's crazy. I don't even think about that as weird, Like, get on the plane, arrive back, there you go, cool, Sheila, Jim, Mike, Meg, and then just live there. And then, like, that's it. That's weird. Isn't that weird? How people...
Yeah.
That wasn't a big deal to me. they're all there going, oh, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal for them.
For a minute, man. She didn't do this.
Not many other people would do that.
No.
Just let a stranger come and live in the house. Well, you weren't a stranger to me, obviously.
Foreigner. A foreign stranger.
A foreigner?
Yeah.
Oh, are you foreign?
Well, it's a joke, you know, because I'm Welsh and you're English.
Alien.
And they're on the border as well, so yeah, he's like... But yeah, so we're both missing the Parker household. And the whole Parker household is vaccinated, which is a good sign.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
And yeah, like with our fitness, we haven't really been doing too much fitness.
Oh, it's been shocking.
But it's like we had 100-kilometer-an-hour winds yesterday. 100 kilometers per hour gusts.
Yeah.
That is mental.
I let the dog out before we went to bed, and I was like,
Becky's like,
Coco, are you okay?
I think Coco's eating some balloons. Why? She's like in the sky. She's just blown away.
No. But I did think our
when you let the
decking.
dog out. You were like, Coco. I was like, she's gone. She's just like.
She normally just goes out and comes straight back in, but she was exploring.
Just spinning around like a twister.
Like the scene in Wizard of Oz when the hurricane comes. Yeah, but she was exploring because there was like stuff all over the garden. The trellis had fallen down. I thought the decking had lifted, and so she was. To
be fair, I just hung that trellis on 2 little screws. I didn't like fix it properly.
But the table had turned over and everything. The neighbour's garden furniture had turned over and flipped all over the place. So it was a bit silly letting her out, but I didn't know how windy it was until it came back upstairs and it was blowing a hoolie.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking like if we do end up having a kid soon, about child-proofing things, and then I was like, oh, shut up. Like you don't need to think, even when they're born, you don't need to think about that, because until they start crawling when they're born, you start showing them flashcards, like, screwdriver. Where's the hazard? Where's the hazard here? And what do we do to address it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't really been doing too much fitness. I did a run for the first time and a bike ride, and my legs are ridiculously sore.
Yeah, Becky's and I've been enjoying the runs that I've been doing, but I'm under the weather again. So
no, you are though. Like,
yeah, I know.
We're full of bugs. This is
full of bugs.
Full of bugs.
Oh God.
No. Well, I think we are.
Well, my skin has been reacting funny to. I think it's to my makeup. My eyes have gone all dry and puffy. Hence, there's no. I know I often appear without makeup on the podcast, so it's not unusual. But I've just ordered some new makeup because I think there was something wrong with the other one.
I like it that you don't wear a lot of makeup a lot of the time.
I remember you saying that in the beginning too. Because you've had people in the past who put it on.
No. I'm not comparing you to other people. I'm just saying that it's nice that you are yourself. I am who I am.
Yeah, doesn't mean I come without insecurities.
No, but yeah, you just don't wear makeup. It is annoying sometimes how I'll be like, oh, should we do this? You're like, I can't do that. I've got no makeup on. I'm like, but I thought you didn't care. That's why you don't have makeup on. So.
Well, I think makeup's an interesting
one. Would you wear
one.
makeup to go into labour?
If I wanted to. I think I find a lot of the time that if I put makeup on, I sometimes put it on because I enjoy doing it. When I was a teenager, I enjoyed playing with makeup, and even if I wasn't going anywhere, I'd experiment with eyeshadow and do fun things. So sometimes I'll just put it on because it's something fun to do and it makes me feel good and look nice.
I don't think you do that now though.
Yeah, I do sometimes. I did it the other weekend. At 1:00 in the afternoon. I'd been out and everything, and then I was like, I'm going to put some makeup on. So yeah, I think makeup, some people feel like they have to wear it and some people don't. I don't think I'd go to school without makeup on. The kids would be like, what's wrong with you?
Oh my God. Brings
that actually happened to our friend once.
No, but it brings us back to that amazing story, because Becky teaches and we live right next door to school.
Any other listeners remember?
Some of the kids were playing in the street, and we opened the door. Oh, Becky opened the door, and the kids saw it, and they were like, Miss, why are you so scruffy? And I was just like, yes, this is the best thing I've heard a kid say to Becky.
Yeah, but in other news, they play with chalk all the time in the street, and they left us messages outside our front door once as well. That was
dress
cute.
Smarter.
No.
Make an effort.
It was like, we love you, Mrs. Chukas. It was very cute.
Yeah, they're good eggs.
Yeah.
So our appointment today.
Yeah. That's the biggest news. Except, it's one of those big news but no news. We kind of wanted...
You've got an appointment. And this appointment is to tell you about another appointment.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So we think we'll be doing our treatment in April or May. We hope. Fingers crossed.
We don't know that at all.
We don't know. Even the consultant didn't know because of COVID, they are splitting treatment across 2 sites. So one is at the Cardiff Hospital, which we've been going to a lot, and the other one is at the Neath Port Talbot Hospital, which we've never been to.
Port Talbot.
Yeah. So
you know some celebrities from Port Talbot.
They don't have the diary for that hospital, so they can't say when it'll be. But we were talked a little bit. Talked in a little bit more detail.
Hang on. Becky's made a big list of the notes from today we're going to go over because it might be useful for other people.
In the meeting.
But she's trying to read them like a lizard at 90 degrees. And I can't read your handwriting, so just turn the paper around.
Yeah. So basically all of our blood tests were okay. They all came back negative.
We should find out what blood type we are, actually.
Yeah, I don't think they do that, though. I think you have to ask.
I just thought it would be useful, maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely useful. In Korea, they match people on with partners and couples based on their blood type.
I was going to say, on Tinder or whatever, as a joke, but...
But that's actually true, yeah. Lots of people do star signs and they're into astrology over in Korea. And I think in lots of Asian countries, people are matched based on their blood type because they say certain blood types have certain personalities.
Which is probably not true.
I don't know. It's a cultural thing.
But I was thinking about getting my blood type like a medical... Well, I thought like a medical bracelet with my blood type. So if I did have
a tattoo.
It's probably
it's a bit extreme. Just know it, and you tell me, and I'll know it, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, but no, if I get hit off my bike, and I'm found, and I'm like,
you can store that kind of information in your phone now.
And the phone's the smartphone, you crack your smartphone screen, then you're done, and it's passed. Anyway, the point is right. I think having
there's a feature.
I think you meant to save it as ice, in case of emergency. But if they can't access your phone screen, then you can't get it. Anyway.
Yeah, we've just started watching Lost late to the party, especially because of our age.
You can get like medical bracelets, but it's like a rubber band with a little plate on it, and it's got your emergency contact and stuff like. But it's something you gotta wear.
Yeah, you don't wear jewelry.
I know.
Couldn't you put it on your watch?
Oh yeah, you could. I think that was another option too. Those new dog collars that you get.
Yeah.
Dog collars. You can slide the collar into a little plate thing.
Yeah.
And then that's got the information on.
Yeah.
You could do it with that, but I don't wear the watch on the bike. I don't know.
But you could have it somewhere on your bike.
In that.
Do you know how you'll get to know your blood type if you give blood? People who give blood know their blood type, and this is really silly. But
if you found out that you were an O or whatever, the one that is that applies to everything, then you pretty much got to go all the time. Well, you don't have to, but if you don't,
I've always wanted to give blood, and I've never been able to because of my thyroid, and I don't think I can now. I'll have to double check, but I've always wanted to be able to do it, and
can't
because of medicine. Not because I don't want to, but yeah, I really do. So I'll have to double check that you're allowed to take it on levothyroxine.
Do women lose blood in giving birth?
Yeah.
Not they obviously lose blood, but not crazy amounts today.
No, they can. Our Katie had to have a blood transfusion. Your brothers, your sister-in-law, our sister-in-law. I think she had to have a blood transfusion. Lots of people lose too much blood. I do think she did.
Okay.
She was in hospital for a while after. It can cause serious problems, and it just depends on the labour and what happens, but everyone's story is different. So yeah, that is a thing. But we should give blood. I'll find out if I can, and you definitely can. So why not?
Can I?
Why not? As long as you don't have HIV, you haven't had tattoos within a certain number of weeks or months, and you haven't had any piercings.
I'll find out I'm O negative, get it tattooed on my wrist, being so if I'm in trouble, people can give me
Yeah.
a thing, and then go to give blood and they go, oh, you can't do it because you just got a tattoo.
Yeah, but they do it all online now, and they tell you online before you even book an appointment whether you can or you can't.
Yeah. So in our appointment today, they told us a few
Back to the details.
few things that were. Well, what did they tell us?
So as I said, our virology is negative.
Blood work came back.
Our blood work came back good. My thyroid function's normal. Yay.
They said, so they checked us for sexual transmitted diseases, didn't they?
That would have been a shock if they came back.
You must be able to contract them without getting them from someone else because...
No.
But they could...
You'd have to be promiscuous.
So if everyone in the world just took the pills or the medicine to get rid of it and didn't have sex and then started having sex again, there would be no STDs in the world ever again.
I'm not really sure, but I think the original animals. You're shocked.
No, I'm pretty sure that... I don't know. Anyway,
they did. That's what they...
No, I know, but there's got to be a way... if it was only from passing it on, then they wouldn't be... I find it hard to believe that they're still around.
But they are. Well, now they've got a HPV vaccine anyway, so young teenagers get that now. So that eventually will go, I assume. But
so they said, but Dr. D'Angelo's Italian. And she's got a very thick Italian accent. But I don't know why, but I thought she was just like, when she was like going through the lists of diseases, horrible diseases like chlamydia and blah, blah. But when she was saying them, I was like, oh, when you say them, they sound quite nice. Chlamydia. And I was just, it's just interesting.
Yeah.
She's got a good bedside. Is it bedside manner?
Yeah.
That's what they call it for delivering news and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
I mean, I've been fangirling over her for a long time on this show, so
she's really good.
Really good. And actually, we were talking about COVID and vaccines, and she was saying in Italy they're doing it differently. And, frontline workers are all getting it before the elderly, because obviously they can shield because they don't have to work.
They had it bad when it went down.
I know, but I think our numbers are worse now, aren't they? But it was worse in their peak.
Yeah, I just remember seeing army trucks just taking corpses away.
Horrific.
You didn't see them, but you knew that they were full.
Yeah. So those
no
blood tests
STDs.
Are good. No.
What else? Did she check for something else though? Didn't she in the blood?
No.
HIV, hepatitis.
Thyroid function is fine, and your DNA test is pending still. So we still have to wait for that.
And that DNA test was to find out if I've got
Y chromosome deletion.
Deletion?
Yeah.
Wow. Don't even have a Y chromosome.
No, it means part of the Y chromosome is missing.
And so there's two possible outcomes for that. One, it's fine, and we have no idea why I've got a low count. Or two, it is an issue, and that could be responsible for my low count. But if we have a kid, and it's a boy, then
he would
definitely
inherit it.
Definitely,
think so.
Yeah, either definitely or quite likely have the same issue.
It's why girls don't have Y.
Anyway, she said boy, and she said
because girls are double X and boys are XY. Yeah. Chromosomes.
Yeah. So
I think
I don't know. But yeah, basically, if it's a thing, then it means if we have a kid and it's a boy, then he'll have the same thing, probably. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So, and then what else? Your thyroid function was okay.
Yeah. She said, so the next steps are having an appointment with the nurse to talk about medication. And then we'll pick up the medication from the other hospital. And she just talked a little bit about the whole procedure. She said, based on what we've got, eggs and sperm wise,
so she talked about my count.
She said even though it's low, it's fine because
there's enough of them.
Yeah, there's enough of them for the number of eggs. They only need one sperm for one egg.
Bob, George, and Andy calling on you.
Yeah. Line up, boys. So she just said, a bit about the procedure. I don't know what the medication's called, but they put you on some kind of drug to not regulate, but just take over control of your menstrual cycle. And so that's on a particular time frame. And then we will have an injection once a day for 5 days and then twice a day for an extra 5 days.
I've got an appointment with a urologist consultant who's going to give me an ultrasound and check me out and stuff, which they said our treatment's not going to go. We're not going to go ahead and start going for it, like injections and all that stuff, until it's been wrapped up with the urologist. That's what she said. Oh.
But you're seeing the urologist on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But she said we don't have to wait for the scan appointment to come through to start it, I don't think. So you've got an appointment on Tuesday to see the urologist in person and to have your extra blood tests.
Your blood tests as well?
No, just you. I'm not having any more. Yours is to check you. Remember your prolactin and your testosterone? And then a scan appointment will come through at some point for you.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have to wait for that. She said we can just go ahead. So we're just waiting on your scan appointment to come through and the nurse's appointment. And then hopefully we'll be able to get going. And then once we're on the medication and we're injecting, then I think I have a couple of regular scans.
Yeah.
And she did confirm that I probably am at more risk of that OHSS syndrome.
Stimulated.
Ovarian hyperstim syndrome.
Basically, yeah, it's when your eggs get released too much and then have big
They get too big or something. So then they freeze all the embryos and wait to put it back in. Otherwise, they'll be doing
to regulate. So they'll try one fresh, won't they?
Not if I get that, then no.
Okay, right.
So if I get that, they won't put anything fresh in.
Well, what about if you had one put in and then you got it?
I think they don't put it in. I think they know you're going to get it before they put it in because they monitor you. Maybe with blood tests or maybe just from the scans.
Okay.
So they won't put it in if it looks like I'm going to get it. Even if they think I'm going to get it, they won't put it in and then I might not get it. And that would be annoying, but good because I don't want it.
Yeah. So we don't really know when it is, but it could be
April, May.
So we shouldn't get too sucked into it. No. You should just get excited when
it was confirmed as well that if we are lucky and it works and we end up with a live birth, then if we want any more children, we have to pay for them. The treatment for that, which is fine. Just might have to start saving.
I knew this would happen. Like, if we have one kid, I'm happy. The amount of stress and pain and waiting we've been through, I think that once we have one kid, you should
calm down,
be grateful, and just be.
You don't think I'd be grateful? No, that's a bit rude.
No, but going through the whole process is stressful, and it is. And I don't even think I want to go through another one. If we were successful the first time, why you got your fingers in your mouth?
Why not?
Coronavirus. If you see something, say something. She had her fingers in her mouth. No.
Get her.
No, but when you have to start paying for it and then it's unsuccessful and then another one's unsuccessful and you're just thinking how much, that could add up quickly. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't got any kids and you desperately want to start a family, I can see that. But once you've got one.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I would like to choose in an ideal world.
No, but we're lucky we can even do IVF.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and we also found out that there's an 8% chance, even though they put one embryo in, that it could become two babies.
Born going free.
Yeah. Bog off baby. Yeah, that would be funny. So, good times.
We just got to wait around. But Becky's still working herself up to asking other people to come on.
Yeah, I have asked someone recently to come on and they couldn't.
Probably need to ask more than one person.
Yeah, I do. But I just need to get the motivation. I'm sorry. There are a couple of people who I had in the pipeline before we slowed down before Christmas. So I'll contact them again because they were keen before.
So we are literally falling asleep. So we're gonna go pretty much.
And we hope you all have a lovely day, morning, evening, whatever time you're listening.
And we will see you
Soon.
next week.
Bye.